All right, ladies, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. So we are excited to have you here. We're a little short-staffed on the show, and we really need all the help we could get. So I'd like to take you inside and see what you guys can do, and hopefully you can help us out. All right, let's do this. This is John. He writes the show with me and Sunda.
Hi guys.
He's the only writer we have. So any ideas you can come up with. The Jewish ideas are the ones we're looking for, but they could be anything. They could be non-Jewish ideas. Right.
We could do something about how black people and Jewish people have a lot in common, being oppressed people all over the world.
Okay.
Is that not funny enough?
No, that's really funny.
Because it's very topical, you know.
Yeah.
Do you find depression funny?
I think it's good to have a sense of humor about oppression.
What happens is the black people and the Jewish people then get into an impression competition, like who had it worse, you know? and then it just becomes a show. It becomes more of a game show.
Game show,
It becomes
yeah.
more of a game show. Who has it worse? You got anything else? No. There's
can
a lot
sing.
more. Sing? Okay, we don't have a singing thing, but we got ideas.
I can sing funny songs.
Okay. Alright, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back in mind.
Yeah. Let's try something else. Writing is not gonna happen. So if you guys can do any editing, that would be tremendous. Any editing skills?
I like to organize offices. I could help you.
You can clean up a little bit in here.
We could do like a photo shoot while we're cleaning up in here, and or maybe like a music video of us cleaning up in here and like singing songs about oppression.
Any of you do editing? Have you ever done any editing? Any of you done any editing? No editing. All right, let's keep going. Let's.
Sounds like a really funny show.
Yeah, we only got 2 phones, so you just relax, okay? Maybe write some oppression songs.
Stress ball.
Use a stress ball. You book a guest, and you book a guest, whoever you can think of, anyone you can come up with. Let's see if you can do that. All right?
Hi, 411. Hi, I'd like to get Barbara Streisand's number. What do you mean she's not listed? No, don't you know who I'm working for? James and Sunda. No, can you just give me Barbara Streisand's number? Okay, thank you. I got Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, okay. Our fans will love that. Okay, let's try something else. We're gonna try something else. Okay.
I met Jimmy Carter on an airplane once.
Really? All right, ladies, you did tremendous work, really, but I don't think any of that was exactly right for you all, so I think I know something you can do and do well, all right? And I think I got the right job for you, okay? All right, here we go. Get to work! All right, you know what? You're doing a tremendous job, seriously. Incredible.
Thank you.
But you gotta use paint, okay? You gotta put some paint on the brush, and then the color will change. See, the color is the same. You keep doing that, that's what's happening.
Okay.
But he's great. Great technique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have to use paint. We have to use paint. Can someone open the paint for us?
Can you open this for us?
Actually, I can. You know, believe it or not, Jews aren't very good at building or painting. In fact, the last Jew to ever really use a hammer was Jesus.
I don't know how you can tell me to use paint on the walls when you don't even know how to open it.
Yeah, maybe we could get someone to open it. Can we put an ad on Craigslist or something?
Does this paint stain?
No, it washes off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it all washes off. Yeah, it washes off.
Okay.
Sure. Most
I mean,
paint does.
I don't want to stain my dress.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm sorry this didn't work out, but we thank you all for coming. All right. Good luck with everything, and we're gonna say thanks. All right. Yeah.
Maybe we could come back on the show as guests
As
or
guests.
something?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe as guests. Once we find someone to, do that. Yeah, guests. Maybe you guys could do that. Sure. I will thank you. It's really nice to meet you.
It's really
Good luck
nice
with
to
everything.
meet you.
Thank you very much. Good luck with everything. Thank you very much. Good luck with everything. All right. I guess I'm gonna go paint the set.
Good luck getting the can open.
Yeah, thank you.
That was great. I loved it. And James is so hot.
So glad I'm a Scientologist.
Don't need this anymore.
Yeah, all right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda Show. We are kicking off the fourth and best and most exciting season. As you can see, I've been through a lot since you've been gone, Sunda. You went to New York. I've been in LA. Been here in LA. I had to take care of all the upgrades myself because you have not been here. I do notice, if you guys remember, in season 2, you had broken your ankle, and we had to deal with that. It seems like you have another foot problem. What's been going on? Where have you been? Because you have no idea what I had to deal with.
I've been home. That's what I learned. I've been home.
Home.
That's what they
call it.
You
were in New York.
Yeah. When they call it. When they call you being detained, they call it home.
Sunda was arrested. Let's just get right to it. Sunda was arrested by the NYPD for taking pictures. On her own block.
Right. Well, they didn't know that, they said later on. The guy was very nice to me. And he says, you know, if you weren't standing on that block, it wouldn't have happened. I said, I live here. He said, nope, I got your ID. You live in Los Angeles.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, that's what happened, and you're going to hear about it.
There was a drunk girl lying on the floor. You saw her, and you wanted to get some pictures.
I wanted to get these pictures. It would have been
so great for you guys. You were with your kids and your husband. The children were there. Come on.
Yes, it's
You were
traumatic.
taken in a police car, put in one of the worst holding cells in all of.
And I asked them to move the seat up, and I'm not tall, so I don't know how Ray would do it.
And you were manhandled.
I was manhandled
in a way, right?
I was.
You got a thing. Come on,
James.
Sorry, show them the thing.
James did that for the camera effect.
Show them the thing.
There's nothing. I'm not that
Look
dark.
At this.
You can see that.
This is not her skin.
All right. So with all that being said, we're gonna get over that, and hopefully my kids will get over it. But just remember that. Be aware that if you're taking pictures, the NYPD has the right to stop you and detain you and handcuff you, and you need to know that. I just think it's a message that should be sent out.
You were in jail for overnight. You were in jail overnight.
I was in jail overnight, and I am now an advocate for women in prison. There are so many women in there for the wrong reasons.
The cops were aggressively handling you.
They kicked my
Your ankle is swollen.
Both ankles are swollen.
Both ankles are swollen.
But this one's really bad. But they said I was faking. I was wearing a soft cast. He said it's not a real cast.
For what?
For what? For what? For taking pictures.
For taking pictures.
We're going to have to move on from this at one point because I have to move on.
We just started.
I know that. I know that.
Well, we're going to really look at this in the show. We're going to go in depth with this in the show. We have a tremendous show. We're going to talk to Sunda's husband who was there, get his side of the story. We're not going to talk to the children. They've been traumatized.
Oh, dude, you need to get them on.
The cop threatened to put her children into foster care.
You need to get my kids on, not
get
today,
their side of the story?
but to get their side of the story.
If they're willing to talk, that would be. But
how are you going to shut them up?
That's true.
They are so
They were texting me all night.
They texted my dear friend who's a cop, his wife, and says, Aunt Maureen, please have Uncle Jimmy get my mama out of jail. Wow. And she didn't hear the phone ring because she has a hearing problem, so she never heard the beep. But it's really a horrible story because the kids had witnessed that, and I've always taught them to respect the authorities. I have a degree in criminal justice. I have worked behind the scenes. I've never been on the other side of the cell. I can tell you that.
Now you haven't. Sunda called me from jail several times, collect. You know, there's one phone they can call you, collect. And the funny thing is when it came up the first time, I didn't answer it. She called it because it's a Texas number. You're in a Manhattan prison, but a Texas number comes up. And I was like, I don't know anybody in Texas. Yeah, seriously.
Then why did you answer it the second time?
Because then I was like, why is Texas calling me at like midnight? You know what I mean?
Right.
So then I answered it, and that's when I heard that
Give them an impression of me calling you collect.
Well, first it says, it says, your phone does not accept collect calls. So if you want to accept this call from, and I hear, Sunda. Sunda. And I'm like, Sunda? it's $30 for the first 3 minutes, and then $10 for each additional minute.
That's
So
terrible. It's a rip-off.
Yeah,
but God bless you. I have to say something. As crazy as we may be, he is a true friend, because my other friends would have thought it was a crank call and hung up.
I accepted the collect call every single time.
And I was calling as often as I could.
I think she called at least 10 times, which is about $300,
well, Jamie, what would you do?
No, I was glad you called, because every time I saw that you were calling from that number, I knew you were still in jail.
So you knew where I was.
I knew where you were.
You knew where I was.
I knew where you were, and that was comforting.
And
to know where you
there's
were.
some things that I saw that I can't, because it's too explicit and graphic to repeat. But my God,
too explicit and graphic.
I couldn't do it. Now I can't sleep.
Well, we're going to really talk. You're going to find out things you're not going to leave, like the prisoners, what the prisoners are like.
Oh.
You like the prisoners. They're your friends.
Well, when they offered me my own cell until my lawyer came back, I said, no, I'm going back with my friends. I mean, like...
They offered you your own cell.
Well, I was waiting for the lawyer, and they said I could stay there. And I said, no, I'm going to go back with them, because I won't be by myself and then see a roach. Roaches are everywhere. Everywhere in this prison. Everywhere, all right? There's nothing you can do. Pregnant roaches. Women with lice who are sitting there, like, and with makeup.
But you know, while you were there in jail, I did have to deal with a lot of stuff here. I really did, and
was it fun? Did you miss me?
It wasn't as traumatic as of course I missed you. Absolutely, would have been nice if you were here. It would have been much better if you were here. You wouldn't have gone to jail.
True, but I see black. You should have black stripes on this.
Well, I did the best I could.
We're gonna have to talk
we
to Ray
interviewed
Bruni.
a bunch of people to come in and help us. We really did, and it was a disaster.
Well, where was Ruben Pruitt?
Ruben is a film director, and we had him come in, but he makes you do it over and over and over again.
Well, that's okay, depending on what you're doing.
So he says, do it again, say it again, now from this angle. And
if you're going to jail, you're called a recidivist. Did you know that?
Really?
Recidivist.
If you go back, recidivism. Right?
Never going back.
You're never going back.
No.
Well, so
except maybe to put you up for a comedy show.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We have an incredible show. We'll get to the bottom of Sunda's arrest. She's still getting used to being on the outside, so just give her a break, give her a chance. It's okay. She's going to be okay.
I'm going to be okay.
We'll take a break. You'll see a little bit more of what I had to go through while she was gone.
I want you to shut up. Okay.
All right. At least she's still got that going. She's not 100% different. I still recognize you a little bit. And, all right. We'll be right back, right?
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
All right, ladies, you did tremendous work, really, but I don't think any of that was exactly right for you all, so I think I know something you can do and do well, all right? And I think I got the right job for you, okay? We took you around, we tested you on a lot of things, and you showed a high level of confidence. And
we're one step closer.
One step closer.
In
this economy, we're able to give you girls a job. So this is really exciting.
Well,
yeah.
I was going to make a bad joke about Jews having a lot of money, and then that would have been really awkward. So
that's terrible. Yeah, no, that's really. That's called anti-Semitism. It's called anti-Semitism. So,
I just said that I really liked Jewish people. So.
And then you were going to make a joke about.
But I thought this was a comedy show, so that's all.
You think that's the kind of comedy we do on this show? We talk about Jews and money. You think that is that nice? Is that nice?
Jews and money.
Why don't we do some big nose jokes? Let's do some big nose jokes. Why don't we? Anybody got one?
It's so awkward. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because I don't want to be like Mel Gibson and
Yeah.
I really don't want to make fun of Jewish people. It's the last thing I would ever want to do. Yeah. I'm really sorry. It's so awkward. It's the most awkward thing. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if I can I love I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's so awkward.
In a lot of ways, it's almost worse than what Mel Gibson did. Your joke. In a lot of ways, don't you think?
Her joke is worse
than what Mel did. Yeah.
That's a little rude.
What I said?
She's crying.
She's crying. Well, of course she's crying because she's saying she's.
I'm so sorry. I'm having a really hard week.
Well, I'm a Scientologist, so yeah, I don't know if I could ever become a Jew. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you. So as you can see, we have a Scientologist we've just hired. We have someone who's borderline anti-Semitic, but she's getting in touch with that, and she's feeling bad about it. So we're saving someone. We're saving a life right there. And then you, on the other hand, you seem
polygamist.
Polygamist. Oh, even better. Okay, and we have a polygamist. This is tremendous.